Hi guys, it's Cass. This is Cass Makes Crafts, where I make crafts and things, mostly crochet things, and talk about art school. So, today I'm doing a video about one of the cardigans that I make because I'm going to be making a pattern for it. It's going to be on Etsy, it's going to be on Ravelry. And so you guys can make it. I also sell these made on Etsy if you don't want to make it. So what am I doing? I decided that for my first pattern, I would make my favorite thing that I have made, which is my mushroom cardigan. So this is she, right? And this is mine. So this has been well worn. I do need to wash it. Don't worry about that. We'll do that later. But it's a nice long length. I'll tilt the camera down in a second. But so green and white stripe, dark green, light green stripes, and then we have little mushrooms on it. Pan you down so I can get the full, ignore my plant. Right, will it stretch? Ooh, it does. Right. Okay. So basically, all this is a hexagon cardigan. In the pattern, I am gonna put how to make the hexagon part, but I would really recommend following a YouTube tutorial like I did to figure out how to make up to here and up to here, which is just a 6-sided granny square, and then you fold it to make 2 sleeves, and then you sew it on the back, right? I learned from a Passionate Kelsey video. I highly recommend that one. I think her tutorials are very good for beginners, and I think she explains things really well. So where it becomes why I'm writing a pattern for it is the striping and the mushrooms, and I'm also altering it a little bit, but it's mostly the mushrooms and the striping. The pattern is mostly about how I did this, what makes the striping look this way, when to do color changes, that sort of thing. So that's what the pattern will be. It'll be a written pattern with pictures, because the whole point of me doing this is that I am making one for my oldest friend. I met her in orientation of 7th grade, and we've been friends ever since. So I was 12, 11, and now I'm 25. So I am making her one of these because she told me months ago that her favorite cardigan of mine is this one, and that she wants one exactly like this, but with green mushrooms instead of red mushrooms. And she said that she didn't want me to make her one, that she wanted to pay me for it, and that eventually she was going to have the money to pay me for it. I am making her one for Christmas for free because she is my oldest friend, and if she wanted one, she could have just asked me and I would have done it. Come on, girly pop. So anyway, she doesn't know I'm doing this, and she will be mad that I'm doing this. But Jenny, I love you, and you're getting it for free. So I thought while I do this, I'll make a video about it. This is not a tutorial video. I will tell you what I'm doing and kind of show you. And then the only difference between what I'm making her and this one, which is my prototype, is the mushroom tops are going to be this dark green color. And I'm also going to add in pockets on the inside so you can stick your phone in. Because one of the faults that I've noticed in my cardigan designs is that I'm not adding pockets, so I can't put my phone in them. You need phone pockets. So I've already started. Where am I at? I have one sleeve sewn together and everything. right? So you do this all. What yarn am I using? I'm using Yarn Bee, Simply Flawless, in the color Desert Sage. This is a 4-weight yarn. The skein has 420 yards in it. I'm pretty sure this will take 3 skeins. I think. We're figuring it out. It should be 3. Because this took 1 full skein and then a little bit to make this arm. So you make, step 1 is you make a 6-sided granny square. Then you join the sleeves however you want to join them. I join them using a crochet hook and doing a little, I don't know how to describe it, a little weavy thing. Passionate Kelsey describes it well. Again, go watch her video. And then all I did was add 2 rows of granny stitches to what will be the back, because this is the right sleeve, right? So this back panel is what's going to be on your back. So I added 2 rows. So what we're doing is, if you just make these 2 sleeves exactly the same size with nothing on the back, I think it like squishes your neck. So we're adding space to the back to give your neck a little bit of room, right? So I have this one done. And by done, I mean, it's at the point where we're gonna do a color change. And the way I like to do my color changes is all at once. So this is ready for stripe uno, this little green stripe. And so I'm gonna put it on the sleeve, on the body, on the next sleeve, and on the next body, all at once. So that we're not having to keep switching between yarns, because that's so annoying. So what yarn am I using for dark? I am using Peaches and Cream in the shade Forest Green. This is at Walmart. This is the dupe of Lily Sugar and Cream. The colors of Peaches and Cream are titled different than Lily Sugar and Cream, but they're the same color and it's the same yarn. And it's the same and it's cheaper. So if you can find Peaches and Cream at Walmart instead of having to go to Michael's to get Lily Sugar and Cream, girly pop, do it. I don't know what the color equivalent is in Lily Sugar and Cream, but I will find it and it will be on my pattern, what the actual color is. But this is also 4-weight yarn. But the reason I did a different type of yarn instead of Yarn Bee is this is cotton yarn. Yarn Bee is acrylic, I'm pretty sure. I think it's 100% acrylic. Do you want to tell me? 100% low pill acrylic, right? So Yarn Bee is acrylic, so Yarn Bee is very soft. Soft equals stretchy, right? Like this cardigan hangs well because I use this soft yarn for the body. This cotton yarn isn't as soft and it's not nearly as stretchy. I like it because it gives structure. So that's why I do the border in this, I do the back seam in this, I do the cuffs in this, and I do the color changes in this. I think it gives it a little bit of structure so that things don't all pull on each other and all kind of, because the nature of crochet is that it's going to stretch, right? But this doesn't stretch as much because a lot of people will use this for like dish rags and stuff. It's not as soft, so it's not as stretchy. Now, don't get me wrong, it's not like this is itchy. It's not like this is uncomfortable. It's fine against my skin. I have sensitive skin. Like, it's fine. It's just a different feeling because it's cotton. So those are the 2. I have 1 sleeve done. And then I'm like a few rows away from having my next sleeve done. But this is what it looks like without it being folded. It's just an extra big granny square. The granny square, this section is 19 rows and then the 20th row is your joining row. It's your row where you do the seam, right? So then on this one, I'm gonna add 2 rows of dark, and then, no, on this one I'm gonna add 2 rows of light, and then we're gonna do the seam to stitch them together is gonna be the same as we do to stitch the sleeves together, just in the dark. And then it will be time to start the striping. So we're gonna do striping. We're gonna finish the body striping before we finish the sleeve striping, because this last stripe of the sleeve goes into the cuff because I don't want to cut the yarn, because that's just annoying. I'm trying to cut the yarn as little as possible, right? So we're gonna do the cuff. Then we're gonna do the border. This border, it's just a nice little single crochet. It's 3 rows of single crochet. I think it just gives it a nice little structure, and I like the little pop of color. So we're gonna do the border. We're gonna do the little mushies. I'm gonna be real with you, this white yarn is just some random white yarn that I have. I'm pretty sure it's Mainstays. It is. So this is the Walmart brand yarn. This is Mainstays 100% acrylic yarn. Do you even have a color? Okay, genuinely I can't find a color on it, but it's white. It's not like antique white or anything, like it's white, right? You could also use Lily Sugar and Cream. You could use Lily Sugar and Cream. You could use any 4-weight yarn to do the white, whatever you want, girly pop. Just keep everything 4-weight. Make it simple. So then we'll do the mushrooms. So the mushies are on. And then what I'm gonna do is a panel of single crochet on the inside, so on both sides. 2 panels, stitch them in so that you have sleeve room, so that you have a place to put your phone / your keys or whatever you want. And then I'll be done and I'll give it to her. So that's what we're doing. I don't know when my next update will be. Maybe I'll update once I just have it sewn the 2 pieces together. Maybe I would have already started on the striping. We'll see. And then also remember that this is only these colors because I feel like it. You can replace these with any colors of the rainbow that you feel. And on my shop, if you get a pre-made one, you can get it in any colors you want. So I just like the green aesthetic, and I think red top mushrooms are cute. I'm making green top for my friend because she thinks the green's cuter. It's whatever. We're all just here. So I'll see you at my next update, whenever that is. Welcome to my car. I am on lunch break at my normal job, and I like to crochet in my car when I eat my lunch. There is a break room. I like privacy. Not that I'm doing anything, but I hate the vibe of break rooms. They don't have windows, and they're not fun to be in, and too many people like to just talk about their families and things in the break room, and I don't care to hear. So we're just not. Thank you, Mr. Ambulance, for backing up right beside me and making the beepy noise. We'll just wait on her. So I'm currently waiting on my food because I drove to get food, and I brought my cardigan to work on. So this is where we're at. Oh, my drink. I connected along the back, and I've started doing the striping. I've done the first stripe, and I've done the first stripe, and then now I'm about to do work on the bottom. So we'll see how far I get. So quick update. It's almost the end of my lunch break. I'm in my cardigan. I'm working on this again. I have gotten the border done all the way around. I've gotten the bottom done. I have all 5 stripes on there. And then the only thing that's left to do on the body is both sleeves with cuffs. I'm working on the sleeve right now. And then I also made all of the mushroom tops because they are using the same yarn and they're really quick and easy. So I made all of them. They're literally just a half circle with like decreases. Initially I did follow a tutorial for them, which I will link, but they're literally a half circle with decreases. Like you make the bottom chain and then it's just decrease, 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 decrease every row. And then you just do a border around it to make it look nice. Very simple, very easy. So I have these. Then I need to do the cuffs and then the stems for the mushrooms, put the white dots on the mushrooms, sew those on, and then make 2 pockets. So we're in the home stretch. Hi. So guess what? It's been 3 months. Also, I've been waiting to start filming this today for like 30 minutes because of the fucking, what is that, a leaf blower or whatever the fuck is happening outside of my apartment. But I got tired of waiting and I would like to get things done today. So I apologize if you can hear that. I'm gonna try to boost my voice a little bit to maybe get rid of that. I'm sorry. It's very annoying to live in an apartment complex. Anyway, it's been 3 months. Let me explain. I was sick all of December with a reoccurring sinus infection, okay? It absolutely rocked my world and fucked up my shit. And I tried to finish this in time for Christmas. I tried. And I ended up fucking it up because I was so sick and also because I left. So I went to my parents' house for Christmas and I forgot to take a yarn needle, and there's no yarn needle or anything at my parents' house. My mom doesn't crochet or anything. So I was trying to attach things with my crochet hook and it looked bad and it wasn't working at all. And then I kind of had a little bit of a meltdown about it because I wanted this to be done and it was stressing me out. And then I was also horribly sick. So in other words, gave me bad vibes, and I haven't looked at it in 3 months. But here's why I'm looking at it now. It's March. Guess whose birthday is in March? Jenny's. Guess who's about to be in town on her birthday? Me. So now I'm like, I think enough time has passed where I can look at this and not absolutely lose my fucking mind. So I'm gonna try to finish it and give it to her as a birthday present instead of as a Christmas present. Again, I haven't looked at this in 3 months. I do remember what's wrong. But let's see. Is there anything attached? I don't think so. Okay. So the actual like cardigan is done. What I was trying to finish was the appliques in the pockets. And that's also what I needed my sewing needle. Not my sewing needle. My yarn needle for. And I only had a crochet hook because I forgot to pack my yarn needle. And doing this with a crochet hook, I hate the way it looks. So I had started doing the stems of the mushrooms. And if you look, it's like raised because I was having to like slip stitch it together because I was trying to use my crochet hook, and it looks awful and I hate it. And I would normally attach the mushroom top to the stem, but that would be even more crocheting with my crochet hook. But well, like if I had done it at this time, it would have been even more crocheting and it would have looked even worse. Because I sew them together, I don't crochet them together. So there's that. And the mushroom tops are in the bottom of this bag. I did make them. I think these turned out okay. I normally sew the little white pieces in as well, and I ended up just crocheting them. I think these actually turned out okay. Hold on, let me find. Yeah, like that's not bad. So what I need to do now is I need to cut out all these mushroom stems, and then I also attempted to attach the pockets. They ain't straight. Yeah, I didn't do it well. So I'm also gonna unattach the pockets, and I might need to block them. We're gonna see. Because when I made them, they were straight. It's me attaching them is what made them crooked. Because I was in the throes of antibiotics and not being able to breathe out my nose. Okay. So we're gonna unattach everything. And then I'll see if I need to get my blocking board out for these, and then I'll start sewing mushroom tops to the stems like they're supposed to be. See, that's what's so irritating about this, is I'm so close to being done. I have to sew on these appliques and sew on these pockets. That's all that's left. And then I may have some like to weave in a couple loose ends, like weave in the ends. That's how close I was to being done. I was too sick and I left my fucking needle. Where did I put it? Did I already lose it? Oh no, it's right here. I left my fucking needle. And I didn't plan to go to the store because there is like I could go get another needle, but I didn't plan to go to the store. I was too sick to be working on things. Anyway, okay, let me cut all of this nonsense out, and then we'll come back. Okay, I have taken off everything. So I have the pockets on a blocking board because they got kind of curved from being, you know, not so non-straight. And then I have the mushroom tops, the mushrooms, and I have this stack of all the yarn that I used to attach it, and I'm actually going to reuse pieces of it because it's like the perfect like little short piece length for me to attach these mushrooms together. So let's get started. Okay, it's finished. Sorry about the weird lighting. It's like rainy and cloudy as shit outside, so there's like no natural light, so I'm having to use a desk lamp, and I can't use overhead because you can't see what's happening. It's a whole thing, but I finished, and I'm about to give it to her tomorrow, so I have to film it now. It's done. It's fixed. It's ready to give to her. Today is her birthday. I'm seeing her tomorrow. So, finally, we are good and we are done, and I can give this to her and we can finally have our little green mushroom moment. And I have pockets so that she can put her cell phone in it. I'm so glad to be done. This is 3 months in the making. 3 months. I'm so glad to be done and to be able to give this to her. Lord. Okay, so anyway, mushroom cardigan with green caps. But we're leaving in like an hour to go, so wrapping this up real quickly. I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.